Yes, write your attendance in the chat box. I will ask the question one by one. Yes, Mohit, I have prepared a mobile phone. Now my mobile phone has more advanced capabilities that no other mobile phone in India or any other mobile phone in the world has. Tell me whether I will get a patent, trademark, or a copyright for it, for the advanced version of it.
Patent.
Yes,
Patent.
yes, that is correct. You will get a patent. Why we will get a patent? Because it is a part of information technology. So patent is correct. You cannot get a trademark for it or a copyright for it. Okay. Now uh, I am preparing a clothing company. Now I want my company to be, different from everyone. I want my company to be known for quality and good fabric and all. So what I will do is I will prepare big advertisements about it. I will try to do the marketing of it. What so the simple that I'm using for marketing or advertising it. Tell me whether it is a trademark or a copyright or a patent. Yes, sir. 3005. Can you answer?
Sir, trademark.
Yes. The answer is you will get a trademark. It is not a patent because it is not related to science, engineering, architecture, or technology, and it is also not literature, arts, music, and what is again the paintings. Okay, paintings. I think. So one more example we will take. Sorry. Mm, okay, now I have written a song. I have written a poem about my father or my mother. Now, what will I get? A patent, copyright, or a trademark? Yes, 3045. Can you answer? I have written a poem about my father or mother. Yes, 3045. Can you answer? खाना खा के सो गए लोग. Yes, 3075. Can you answer? Shaunak.
Copyright.
Yes, it is correct. You will get a copyright. Chalo, let's move on now. Why it is a copyright? Because as it is, you can see it is a form of arts. You can see literature or also in music you can include it. That is how you are supposed to do the deduction, or how you are supposed to get a clarity that what how your work will be categorized, whether you will get a copyright, patent, or a trademark for it. Okay, now let's read something more about intellectual property rights. Now, geographical indications. Now you must have seen some products that has written made in China, made in Taiwan, made in Japan, made in India, made in America, made in Africa. What are all these? Why they are writing it on the product? Because they want the geographical indication on that product. They want the products to be sold just because that it is made in that country and all. Now, why we get a lot of products that are made in China is because China has a very big industry where manufacturing is and all done. All those type of industry they are clubbed in one area, and in from that area only either technology comes out or the stationery and all that kind of items come out. So that is why to uh, the moment it is produced, what they will do is they will give a geographical indication for it. Okay. Now, if you get any other product that has the same marking on it, you have to understand that it is not one manufacturer, it is a group of manufacturers in that area who are producing that kind of product. it is regarding a locality and a specific quality. All the products will have the specific quality or the same quality if it is coming from that area or geographical indication. Okay. Now, how to understand what are the laws or provisions in relation to those? You have to read this act, Geographical Indication Act 1999. It has given you procedure that after uh, going through which procedure, when you will be able to write on your mobile phones or whatever products they are giving, made in China, made in Taiwan, and all. So once again, you will have the exclusive rights to mention on your product whether it is a, in which geographical indication it was prepared. Okay, so this is also kind of intellectual property, right? If someone is preparing something in India, and if he's writing that it is made in Taiwan, and if he's selling that, then a group of manufacturers from Taiwan can give you IPR notice, and they can also take a legal action against you. Okay, because you have violated the laws related to geographical indications. So this is a very small concept. They have not talked about it in detail. Just know that what kind of laws are related to that indication of geography given on the products. Which act is relevant for it? 1999 Act, and why it is given. Let's move on. Now we will see what are industrial designs. Okay. Now industrial designs, there is a specific pattern of the products, specific pattern or some design is there. For example, if I ask you to identify a Maruti 800 car, you don't need a lot of knowledge to identify Maruti 800 car. Everyone knows it. Even if a person is illiterate or illiterate, even if he's a big person who is a knowledgeable person or idiot, he can understand just by looking which car is Maruti 800 car because of the industrial design of that car. Okay, everybody likes it, everybody desires it, so everybody knows it. Then if you tell that person to please differentiate between a Maruti 800 car and Maruti Swift car, that also he can do it easily because designs are different, desirability is different, features are different, everything is mostly different. That is the reason why we are giving it a different name. Why? Because if it had the same features, we will again call it Maruti 800. Okay. So now all these designs, these are the designs of one company only, but we are recognizing them because of their design. Okay, whether it is a luxury car or a hatchback segment or a race car. And so now we can also get intellectual property right for these designs so that other companies will not also copy them. Okay, you did not remember this point illiterate. It is just I have given you. Now once you get a IPR for it, it is valid for 10 years. So after 10 years, you have to again revalidate it. All the laws and provisions related to this industrial designs is covered under Designs Act year 2000. Here, only the company will have the exclusive right to apply this design and manufacture the product. Nobody else can get the blueprint by a wrongful means and manufacture that kind of product in their company. If you find that one company is producing a one luxury car, same blueprint is, but just in a bit modified way, is used by another company and manufacturing is done, you can give them a IPR notice for violating provisions relating to industrial designs under Designs Act year 2000. Okay, so for remembering these industrial designs, remember the example I gave for Maruti 800 and Maruti Swift. Both are the products of the Maruti company. Let's move. Yeah, I know that I'm going a bit fast, but believe me, once I start asking questions, you will get more clarity. Okay, till then, just relax. Now, how to get a patent? Okay, when can you get a patent? You have to fulfill some conditions. Okay, what are the conditions? You have to verify yourself, or you have to prove that what you are doing it is different, and you have to fulfill some conditions. So it is an inventive step. For example, you have prepared a bomb and you are saying that it is more explosive than any bomb that was ever made in the history of mankind. You have to actually do the testing of that bomb. Okay, you have to show them how explosive it is by going to the testing grounds. And okay, just because he's saying no, prove it, you don't have to put a bomb on that person. Okay, you will go to the testing ground and do the testing. Once you get a patent, it will be valid for 20 years. After that 20 years, you have to revalidate it once again. You have to also give it in the written form, what you have done, what is the material that you used for developing that kind of patent, how did you come up with it. You have to give a reasonable explanation, because if it looks like that whatever explanation you are giving, it is not reasonable, they, they are not negligent in these matters. They will suspect something, and they will not give you the patent. So you have to give a reasonable explanation in written form. Then there are three laws regulating these patents: Patents Act 1970, Patents Amendment Act 1999, and Patents Amendment Act 2005. Now, I just told you that patents are valid for only 20 years. Now, if you don't validate the patent for after 20 years, what will happen? Then that patent will become a public knowledge. Okay, it will be included in the public domain. For example, let's take an example of Subway. They have got some signature wraps or signature salads. And now, what they have done is, after whatever the recipe is there, whatever different they are doing, what they will do, they have got a patent for it already. After that, they have not revalidated. So if some other restaurant company uses that recipe, then they cannot issue a patent notice to the Subway. Okay, because now it is a public knowledge. Whatever recipes of Subway are there, they are already posted on the website. They already have a patent on it. That is the reason they are hosting it everywhere. Okay, instead of Subway, you can say that some Android mobile. There is also a case of Samsung reverse engineering the mobile devices of iPhone. Okay, they had issued a patent notice to the Samsung company. Okay, so public domain is another short note in relation to IPR. Okay, forget that Subway example I gave. I just give it for understanding. We will not get a patent for whatever the recipe is there. Then government interference. Okay, if you are preparing a robot with artificial intelligence, everyone knows that whenever you give artificial intelligence to a robot with unlimited knowledge and all, it is always a threat for the mankind. So even if you get a patent for it, government will always interfere in such cases, because they care about the mankind and all. So government will always keep a track of what are the patents going on, what are the scientific developments happening in the country. So if you are getting a patent, there is always a possibility that government might interfere. If you are getting a trademark, government will not interfere. If you are getting a copyright, government will not interfere. Yes, 3045. Forget it. We don't have that much time. So this is a small chart I prepared. Okay, I don't think it includes all the points, but I think we will just stop here. I hope you understood everything today. We have covered some concepts today. Remember, you are not supposed to know everything in detail. You are just supposed to know the concept. Then what are the laws in relation to it? How many years it is valid? And what is the difference between each and every IPR? Okay, so we have seen today what copyrights, trademarks, patents, industrial designs, yes, what else we have seen today? Geographical indications, yes. Geographical indications. 5 concepts we have seen today. Tomorrow, I will ask you some questions in relation to this again so that you can understand conceptually more about it. For copyrights, I have taken example of a formula that I have developed that was not yet developed by anybody else. Then for a trademark, you can take an example of a device. Then for patent, I gave you example of a bomb or any Android device, iPhone 12 and all. Obviously, you can understand iPhone has got a patent for it. Then industrial design, cars, mostly Maruti 800 and Maruti Swift car, and then geographical indication as in made in India, made in Taiwan, made in China, and made in Africa. Okay, whatever. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to try to confuse yourself today. That now let me confuse you so that you can think about it today. iPhone. What is iPhone? It is a product given by the Apple company. Apple is a trademark, right? They have talked about Apple a lot, that it thinks about making a world a better place. It talks about innovation, invention, and all. Every model has something new. Okay, so every model again of iPhone, whether it is 11, I don't know whether there is a 11 model or not, then 12. These are different industrial designs, right? Both these have different designs and all. I hope. Then tell me whether we will get a trademark for it or a patent for it or a copyright. Okay? Try to confuse yourself in this case today so that you can think about it. Tell me tomorrow in with clarity for which purpose, which concept will be used for Apple company. Okay, we'll stop now. Chalo. Thank you everyone. Yes, shall we stop?